This is Eve. Eve is a lifestyle consultant to single men. Eve transforms single men's lives to make them more appealing to the opposite sex.
And this is James, one of those men.
Oh, yeah? And they can't be giving him the brush off for me?
Full of all the nerve.
I run a consulting firm in New York City that helps single guys get their act together with the women out there. Because quite frankly, as great as they are and as much as we love them, they really don't have a clue.
Really don't have a clue. In the history of the world, there have been human beings, which means you're attracted to us just enough to procreate with us. We're fine. We know exactly what we're doing. We don't need changing. As much as you women want to change us men, Eve, we don't need changing. Well, Eve, let's put your skills to the test.
Okay.
I have a friend of mine called Nick. He's 31, works in finance in New York City. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Let's see what you can do for him.
That sounds perfect. That's the perfect guy I like to get a hold of.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get your claws into him.
I want to change him,
and
mold
change
him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You don't need to change him or mold him, but we'll see what you can do anyway, Eve.
I'll take him on.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
So we're going to go meet my friend Nick now. Be nice to him, Eve, okay? Because all he knows is money, numbers, and sport.
I'll be nice, James. I promise.
Okay.
I hope he knows I'm coming.
Be nice, Eve.
Hi there.
Hi.
Nick, this is Eve. Nick.
Hi, Nick. Nice to meet you.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you too. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Have a seat here, Eve.
This is going to be fun.
So Eve, Nick works in finance here in New York City.
Nice.
Does all right with the ladies, but hasn't got a girlfriend, so probably you could argue that he doesn't do all right with the ladies.
I do okay.
Does all right. So how are you going to help him, Eve?
Well, actually first I probably have to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Because everybody's got their own little personal thing that they're working on.
Right.
So, walking in here, I think you asked me over to help a little bit with the apartment.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few things, you know.
Okay. And love that you've got like the don't hate thing going
Huge Miami
on.
Heat fan. Huge Miami Heat.
Would you wear that on a date?
Depends where we're going.
Oh,
But
no.
what's wrong with that? Like he likes his basketball team. He's wearing it
great.
proudly.
If he's heading to the gym.
That there are X amount of games every season I'm gonna watch.
Spins and scores! And a nice play by the rookie.
So go work out for an hour, maybe two, and we are going to get to work here in your apartment, if that's okay.
Yeah. It's all yours.
All right.
Enjoy.
Great, thanks.
See you, Nick.
Bye.
He's making whoopee.
Okay, so that's not really art. That looks like something brought back from a game, or what is it?
Yeah, he supports Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. It's an English football team.
Okay, so that's probably something we'll change. We'll put something real up there on that he'll like just as well. It just won't
But
be
he likes
that.
it. He's proud of his team. I mean,
Okay, we're gonna work on that. Let's see what else.
one thing I got to pull Nick up on is this thing. What is it? It's a piece of industrial wood with a metal wheel on it, and yet he's got this as like a TV stand.
I actually think that is probably the best thing in the entire apartment. Is
You
that
are
very,
high.
very cool?
You are high. It's a piece of wood.
It's so cool. It's actually a focal point that will be made in this room.
He could've-
Well, not with the TV. We're gonna get rid of the TV on there.
He probably stole it from the workmen down on the job site just down the road. And
probably-
you're telling me that this is like the best part and the focal point of the room?
I think you probably paid a lot of money for that. That's actually a functional piece of art.
Please, it's like worth $2 if that. You'd like break it up and put it on a fire and burn it in have a little
So
smoke party with
clueless.
it.
So clueless. That's staying and it's beautiful.
So here's the bedroom, Eve. What's wrong with this?
Plain. I mean, there's nothing super wrong with this, but there's really nothing to talk about. There's a bed, some gray sheets, a bunch of stuff. He needs a garbage can to throw away some of this
But
stuff.
that's why it's called a bedroom. That's where you sleep. Why does it need to be fancy and like elaborate? There's a bed, there's a wardrobe, there's a mirror. The end.
Because he wants it to be attractive to women. I want to help him make it sexy and inviting for them when they come in. I'm helping him out a little bit and get a little more action. This isn't gonna do much. Just walks in and it's like,
If the woman is coming into Nick's bedroom, he's getting some action. I don't think it really matters what's in the bedroom at that point.
why not clean it up a little bit, sex it up a little bit, make it nice and good so she wants to stay, so she wants to hang out a little bit.
All right.
I was impressed by him.
I'll entertain this idea. What's wrong with this then? This is a wardrobe here. Tell me about this.
There's actually nothing wrong with this except that Sometimes maybe you should throw away maybe an empty bag. Maybe an empty bag, James.
I see.
Stuff like that. We'll clean it up, maybe.
What about the coin thing? Is that okay?
That's fine, James.
Okay.
But
What about the mirror?
The mirror, no. The mirror is awkward right there.
What's wrong with it?
It just doesn't sit right. I mean, we could do better. We can do better. Okay, so we're working a little bit on style over just function. You're right, it does show the full body length, but we can do better here. We can bounce light off in the room a little bit better.
I know how we can do better. We can stick it up on the wall here so when there's some action going on in the bed, Nick can look at himself and give himself a high five.
That actually kind of worked.
Good, I love it.
Oh, switch.
So Eve, obviously Nick is a huge sport fan. He loves his Tottenham Hotspur, he loves his Miami Heat, and he loves his Denver Broncos. What's wrong with this?
What's wrong with this is Nick actually asked me to help him make this apartment more appealing for women. It's great that he loves the sports. Women love sports too. But that doesn't mean that he can't have maybe a few more accoutrements in his apartment, a few more messages to women about when they walk in going, okay, there's more to me than my sports, and then I'm a finance guy. And maybe he just didn't have the time to decorate his apartment.
Eve, can you come in here? What the hell is this? What is this?
Probably one of the coolest things you're ever gonna see.
It looks like a prop from one of the Saw movies. It looks like someone's gonna bring this off, stake it down into a woman's head and like parade it around New York City.
Okay, so that is the headboard. He had nothing going on in this room. It's tiny. It needs something to stand out. This is actually, James, an old tobacco fence from Kentucky.
So you think a woman's going to come in here and appreciate that?
She didn't think it's great.
Why is it so aesthetically pleasing though? I don't understand.
It's soft. It's wood. It's organic fiber. It's wood. It actually has curves like a woman's body. See that? I mean, that kind of works. It's different. It's showing the woman that the girl, whatever girl he brings in, whatever woman he brings in, it's showing that he's a little unique as far as he's independent. He has an aesthetic for maybe some different style and design. He's not just like everybody else.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm not buying it. But we'll see what Nick thinks about it.
And the women.
And the women.
The test is the women.
Yeah, the test is the women.
Got him a few pieces to kind of mix up the sports little motif going on here and to show the girls that he's a little more interesting, Nick's a little more interesting than what he portrays in his apartment. Need to have a place to sit at the counter. He wasn't even using that at all. So got this bench, had that made for him real quick, and
Had
so
that made for him?
Yeah, and just you know, locally, the local shops, they do some pretty good work. So, anyways,
So you got them to put a piece of wood on a steel beam.
I did.
Right.
That's exactly what I did.
I've got a great contribution. Eve is going to love this. Got a great contribution to the house, or to the apartment.
What is that?
Check it out.
Nice. Nice work, James.
You like that?
I love it. Tell me about it. What is it? It's pretty cool. But
Young girls in uniform. The first lesbian movie of the 1930s.
Female friendly.
Exactly. Very friendly females.
Very friendly females.
Mein Mund dir nimmt was.
Come on in, Nick. This is your new apartment.
Wow, I am very impressed. Quite a nice job. I think the ladies are going to like it.
Go ahead. Explain the Ford hubcap, Eve.
It's just cool. I liked it.
What do you
Nothing
reckon,
really
Nick?
to say about it.
I reckon it's nice.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Blokes like cars. Yeah, it's alright.
Works.
I mean,
Vintage.
personally,
Rustic.
I think that we could have stolen it from a car down the road, but she seems to suggest that it's vintage, so I don't know.
It's vintage.
Oh, it says that I travel. I've been to villages.
Perfect. That works. So she's not going to ask about that until a little bit later, but she's going to note that he's got a little more to him and it's global.
Do you think that means she's going to expect that I take her to travel in exotic places?
Sure.
Are we-
Why not?
Give it
We
his
all
nut.
expect that.
She better put out first.
So that's a wrap with Nick. Cleaned up his apartment, cleaned up his wardrobe, talked a little bit about dating advice and techniques. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to be a success. What do you think?
Eve, I think you did a pretty good job. I have to concede that you did teach him a few things. I'm still not sure about that fence.
That fence? I'll fight you on that fence. That's a winner.
Yes, you will fight me on that fence. Next week on E for Adam.